Hey, Inspire Me new season here in Times Square, right? Times Square. And I want to say this. I am able to continue to do this because of your support. And today I'm bringing you another message. I'm bringing you someone powerful, the one and only Cat. Inspire Me is going to a whole new level, right? And Cat here will inspire you to keep trying. Because this show is about the power of trying.
Amen.
And she exemplifies it.
Amen.
Okay? So stay tuned. In a moment, we're going to sit for a one-on-one interview where I am sure you're going to get mesmerized and inspired. Inspire me. Get inspired. Change your life. I'm not. What? That's a camera. Yeah.
I'm homeless, but I sleep here, man.
Yeah, man. Here.
Thank you, brother. Whatever it is. Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, Inspire Me. This is your host, Jabreen Diallo. I'm back here with Kat. Welcome back again.
Hey.
I'm glad to have you on the show.
Finally.
Yes, finally. Yeah. Finally.
Yes.
And I'm sure you're going to be able to inspire the viewers.
I hope so.
And inspire me.
I hope so.
And bring some much needed positivity.
Romantic as the city he loved. Behind his black-rimmed glasses was the coiled sexual power of a jungle cat. I love this. New York was his town, and it always would be.
Well, thank you again for having me on.
My pleasure.
I definitely appreciate any opportunity I get to talk and inspire others because I am constantly every day inspired. And I feel like our role or responsibility as servants is to pay it forward. So if you're being inspired, why not then use the inspiration from others to then inspire others, which is what these 3 projects that I'm working on now hopefully is doing. So we have Natural Sessions that airs like your show does on BronxNet.
Yes.
And that's doing well. We now are 4 days out of a 7-day week. We're airing in New York, so that's amazing.
Wow, bravo.
Thank you. Because that gives us a reach of almost 4.7 million viewers.
Nice.
So that gives that opportunity for that type of ministry in your home to be given to you. So I'm appreciative of under 3 years having 50-something guests come on that show. Then we have The Untitled Journey, which is my film talking about the life of an artist through the lens of an artist. And again, I was able to do that project or become now a filmmaker utilizing the field certification through BronxNet.
Yes.
So what I love about becoming a public access community producer is that yes, it started out with the talk show, but then it evolved in where I was able to become a filmmaker and now become, I don't know if, I'm not a comic, but I guess in being now on TV, you learn to not necessarily be a performer, but be someone who's not afraid of the camera. So, as you know, producing television or film, producing anything is not cheap. It's very, like anything, it's very challenging.
I know something
you
about
know,
that.
yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
But doing it independently also is a take on responsibility.
Yes.
So when you but you have to, knowing that you're taking on this responsibility, do accordingly what's necessary. So that's, as television producers, we have to get underwriters.
Yes.
And underwriters for 10-second spots is not the easiest task. So in doing, in figuring out how to still maintain natural sessions, how to maintain the Untitled Journey, trying to create another revenue stream, because that's what everybody's always telling you. You have to have multiple revenue streams. But then I feel like sidebar. I feel like every time somebody's telling you about revenue streams, they're trying to get you into network marketing. No one's never teaching you about revenue streams in your own industry, in your own craft. So for me, finding revenue streams within my craft, within my industry, within my ministry was more important than just finding another revenue stream. So again, with my abilities or skills that I've learned from BronxNet so far, I was able to become another producer in the form of creating this one-woman show called I Am You, which is a comedic satire monologue that I'm now producing and performing. But it's all still intertwined with each other because it's all three projects. Goal is healing. Goal is sharing with the purpose of healing. You know what I mean? We all have our things that we do for entertainment-wise. All of my projects, entertainment-wise, is with the point and pack of drawing you closer to the creator so that you can realize and appreciate what that type of relationship is and truly live a blessed life while you're here living this human existence.
So when you started this, right, what inspired you to do it? Like, what was the reason? Because I remember that, you worked in corporate America for many, many years. Amazing career, and then you decided at some point that you wanted to go a different route.
9/11.
Really?
9/11, because at 9/11, I thought I was at the best corporate job I had finally landed. All of my years in the industry, all of my hard jobs, all of my late checks, all of everything from being a model, a dancer, everything finally, I was at that job. I had the expense account, I was eating nice, I was traveling, I had that job. 9/11 comes, and my husband and I, with 2 small children, working this amazing job, 50 hours a week, had no money in the bank. Then after like 2 or 3 months, I get a new clothing line in my showroom, and I'm not sales, but my boss decides to let me handle this account and deal with, Bloomingdale's and Nordstrom's and all of that. And in 4 months of me not being a salesperson, and now we're at war, I did $4 million of a line that I never heard of, that none of my peers ever heard of. And I still didn't have any real money in the bank with 2 small children. And I couldn't believe that I was making other folks millionaires. But when it comes to the push and the shove, when it comes to the survival of my family, we're not taken care of. And I'm making other folks self-sufficient because I'm making them millionaires, and I have no money in the bank. So something had to change. And God stepped in. You know what I'm saying? Jehovah God, I'm going to tell you, Jehovah God has been telling me since I was 10 that this was supposed to be my work. But we stubborn and we don't listen. And we want to follow our own path. You know what I'm saying? So 9/11 happens, this new clothing line happens, and then my boss at the time, for some reason, thought that I was trying to take her job. Now, I have no idea. Why would you think I'm lower than you? You've been doing this 15, 20 years. Bloomingdale's is your account. They're only working with me because you told them to. But for whatever reason, because this is God working, you think I'm trying to take your job, and you tell me to leave. I say, okay. So in my head, I got fired. So I go collect unemployment. She tries to fight this because she says she didn't fire me. She just told me to leave. We go to court. Unemployment goes in my favor. I get a settlement and open up my first retail space in Harlem and became self-employed ever since then.
So now let's transition to your collection brand. Your jewelry collection brand.
Right. Ooh.
Yes. Well, so I've seen those.
Okay.
Right.
Which I'm not wearing today.
Yes, you should have.
No, I'm not on purpose, but go ahead.
So why did you make that move? Why jewelry collection?
That's a weird situation because I'm not a jeweler. And what happened was, as a retailer, I'm taking not only major clothing lines, but I'm taking independent artists as well in my store.
Okay.
So I had this earring girl come in my store. I'm like, oh, this is beautiful. And she's like, oh, you can do this. And I'm like, what you talking about? You know what I'm saying? I can't do nothing. And she just puts, she moved some wire, did something so simple. And I was in the store with another girlfriend at the time too.
Okay.
And I just said, okay, and I do really simple stuff. I don't even do anything major. So I just started doing earrings just as another additional income, time passing in the store, and then it grew. And it grew, excuse me, I'm premenopausal, so I'm a little emotional at times. And when it comes to the earrings,
Yes.
it's because I really don't like this. I don't think I have a special gift or ability, but you will be surprised how many women all over the world wear my earrings. And again, from what I've been told, because this is only the glory of God. It's the energy that people feel with the love, I guess, that's put into the product.
Yes.
So because of that, a couple of years ago, I was incarcerated for like a day, right? But I aired it on social media. So when I got home from jail, I had like 5 inboxes from people like, oh my God, Kat, I can't believe this happened to you. Are you okay? Can I get some earrings? Like, did you really just say, are you okay coming home from jail, but you gonna still ask me for some goddamn earrings? And every time I try to get away from it, there's always these core 5-10 women who call me up and want earrings. And it's funny because they'll wear, like, I got this one sister who will wear everything's expensive. Earrings, bracelets, necklaces, and she'll have on some $15, $20 Kitty Rose wearable art earrings. And she will be in Tokyo, she will be in Hawaii, she will be all over the world. And people will stand and look and question her earrings before all the other expensive jewelry she'll have on. Who made those earrings? Where did you get those earrings from?
So let me ask you this: how do you come about designing and how do you get that inspiration? Like, do you?
I don't know, because it's not a desire of mine.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I do very simple. I take a wire, I make a hoop. You know what I'm saying? I used to add beads, but now as I was moving away from it, I stopped adding beads and just wanted to make it simple and just do plain earrings with no beads. So now I do plain copper and silver. But I think it's again me and people wanting to be connected to a spirit being that is about love. Because what I realized, even when I was back working, before I even got into activism work, when I was working at the Mary J. Blige Center, this was after my retail space. And I noticed that it didn't matter what I was doing, selling a purse, selling an earring, selling a t-shirt, selling a project, selling a luncheon, selling an art, that people they didn't care about what I sold or what I had to offer them. They just knew that whatever it was going to be righteous, was going to be pure, was going to be wonderful, was going to be good. And they were okay with being a part of that, which is what allowed me finally to now embrace my real calling in my ministry. Because I was like, you got it. God is giving you the tools, because anything you do, people are connected to. That's not earrings. That's not a t-shirt. That's a spirit. Because that's what they tell me. It's the energy that they feel. And again, it must be because listen, I be throwing them earrings off. I'm doing these earrings again. But they have literally paid my mortgage. They have literally been has been one of the most consistent streams of income that I've had since 2012 than any other business venture that I have, which is probably why I hate it the most. It's not even what I want to do, but it has saved me.
Okay. Hey, you just heard it, right? If you feel like you have something that can make you money, go ahead and do it. That's how people make money. Don't hesitate, right? You didn't hesitate. You just went and did it.
I just went and did it.
Yes. So now, your new show.
Okay.
Right. I've watched a few clips.
Okay.
Right. But I want to hear it from you.
Okay.
What's the message that you're trying to convey through this show?
You're not that special.
Okay.
And whatever it is that you're going through,
Yes.
it's okay, because we all are going through it. We may not talk about it,
Yes.
but doesn't mean that it's foreign to us.
Okay.
So because it's not foreign to us, I got through it because I figured out my path.
Okay.
And because I've gotten through it and figured out my path, it's not impossible for you either.
Okay.
Because we are still capable. We're all still made up of the same way.
Yes.
So that's why the show is called I Am You, because we're reflections of each other. And if we took off that Band-Aid, if we took off that shame of things that we go through, especially as a young person, when we definitely don't know any better. But then it's so funny, I say that as a young person, it shows depicting 7 stories of the last 25 years of my life. So yeah, I made like crazy decisions at 20, but I got a story of something I did just at 40. And I'm like, but I'm supposed to be woke. I'm supposed to be conscious.
Okay.
And yet I still did something that was crazy.
So this show is it also your way of, closing that part of your life? I mean, your past, or is it more about, getting people to understand that we make mistakes, but we shouldn't be judged by one
Both.
or 2 mistakes? Okay.
Because I just started to get the reflection of this as I turned 45 this year.
Okay.
So as I was
You look
turning
good
40,
for 45.
well,
by
thank
the
you
way.
very much.
Yes.
But that's what it was. It was turning 45
Okay.
and now reflecting where I was at and how I got here.
Okay.
And trying to understand how I got here. And then once understanding how I got here, wanted to show others
Okay.
how to take the path of self-reflection. Because that's really what it is.
Okay.
When we start self-reflecting, then we can understand why we did what we did.
Okay.
And then we can really be examples to the next generation or to our children or to our, younger people under us, whoever is in our life.
Okay.
Because then we really come into a true understanding of who we are and an acceptance of who we are. A lot of us don't accept who we are.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Because a lot of us don't understand why we did what we did. A lot of us are just going through the motions
Okay.
and living life. But you everything is for a reason. Everything is for a purpose. Everything is to draw us closer to God so that we can understand our true potential. So that while we're here, we can enjoy it. Not be dumbed, not be robotic, not live in dullness and darkness.
Yes.
We're supposed to live in the light.
Exactly.
But we can't live in the light if we're not acknowledging the light.
Okay. So I want to piggyback on this. You said you made a mistake when you were in your 20s.
Okay.
And then in your 40.
Right.
How was that different? Which one impacted you the most? 25, 40?
My 40, because
Okay.
I should have known that.
Okay.
Take a shot of how crazy it is.
All of, the experiences that you went through, that's the foundation of your show.
Right.
So I'm tracking that you're also going on tour.
Yes, because I'm
So-
getting ready.
Okay. No, go ahead. No. Go ahead.
That's the excitement.
Yeah.
Because I'm getting ready to become an empty nester.
Okay.
So I feel like the creator is setting me up for the next phase of my life.
Okay.
And originally, early on, I wanted to be a missionary. I think I wanted to travel my whole life. So
Okay.
now I want to travel and eat, but I gotta still fund that. So
Okay.
what better way to fund that by to take my own businesses on the road
Okay.
and travel and eat. So I want to travel now, I feel like, because I feel like, again, all the stories are just reflections of each other.
Okay.
Everybody that I've had on this show, everybody that that sees Untitled Journey, everyone that sees I Am You, we all see each other.
Okay.
So I think New York also keeps us in this bubble where we think that we alone. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
New York is so limited. We just was talking about this before we even set up today. Going outside to seeing what the world has to offer, and people, and then finding out that people offer a lot of the same, but we don't think this because we think that just New Yorkers or just Southerners or just Europeans. We are in this bubble of the not knowing, but we think we know. So I want to know. But
Okay.
the best way to know is taking what I have, because I
Okay.
still have to make a living,
Yes.
and make that, ideally, I'm going to go on the road.
Okay.
And I also believe in the philosophy of go big, go hard, or go home.
Yes.
And it's a scary thing to be independent,
Yeah.
but we get the blueprint all the time of people being successful doing it. I am gonna go like almost old school Master P. Take me like I'm the product, which I am.
Yes.
and take it in the trunk, which is not the trunk literal, but hit the road, hit the streets, and give me to the people directly.
Okay.
And in doing that, then I get to see different cities at the same time, different countries at the same time.
That's wonderful.
So that's and I get to broaden up my viewership and my
Okay.
audience.
Okay.
Because again, when it comes to this business and industry,
Yes.
you know, we getting ready to come on pitch season. And when you're pitching shows to major networks, everybody wants to know what's your numbers, how many viewers you got, what's your demographic.
Yes.
So if my demographic is only New York,
Yes.
how am I even going to expand as an artist, as a television producer, as a director, if I only limit my audience to New York? I'm not gonna grow. I'm not gonna go to the next level.
Yes.
So even though I don't know anybody,
You just hit
I'm
it.
just gonna go.
Yes,
I'm just
exactly.
gonna do it. I got some cities. I got people that follow me online through social media.
Yes.
You know, and I'm gonna just pray on it,
Okay.
budget it right. But you know, they say when you got a plan, God laughs, because he got his own plan. But I feel like I gotta do it.
Okay.
And if it fails or if it succeeds, I'm not gonna know either way unless I do it.
No, absolutely. So overall, like you are busy,
Yes.
working multiple projects.
Yes.
And overall, what's your end goal? What do you want the world to remember about Kat? Overall, in doing everything that you're doing.
Don't laugh. But I really want to have like a mega church.
Nice.
Yeah, I really want to have. I say that like I want to be the next Joel Osteen. But I want to be Kat. I want to be
Okay.
Minister Kat. But I want to be. Imagine me being able to be on a huge platform, talking all day about God and Jehovah God and the blessings that He brings to your life, and at the same time traveling and eating. That's really what I want to do. When I talk about the simplicity of life,
Okay.
because my kids are getting ready to be adults.
Yes.
So the only part, they're still gonna need money from me, like for their house, their wedding, their kids. But for the most part, their day to day is they don't need me. So when I see them, I'll be traveling because I'll be visiting them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So right now, I'm excited, looking forward to. I want the world to know me,
Yes.
but as a friend. I want to be in your kitchen, sitting down in the hood, you know what I'm saying? In Europe, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Breaking bread with somebody that I would have never broken bread with because they're a different culture and they're a different race. But because I want people to know that whatever you decide to do, when
Yes.
you embrace the Creator
Yes.
and know that you are part of that process, that life is good, but we need to see it in each other.
Okay.
You know, that's really what it is. We don't see it in each other. We don't see people living in true, authentic, being happy reflections of the Creator.
Okay.
So I want people just to see what a reflection
Yes.
of the Creator looks like. So when I leave this plane,
Yes.
my people, whomever, all of that will know
Yeah.
that they got something, because I'm leaving them with the identity. I'm leaving them with the clarity that everything they want to do is possible because they are God.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They are made in the image of God. They are connected to the Creator. And all this stuff that we want to do is in our hands, is in our reach.
Yes.
But until you see someone that looks like you do those things, you think it's impossible. So I want people to be like, yo, Kat did it, I could do it. Because Kat ain't nobody special, ain't nobody different, but
Yes.
she is special and she is different and she did it. And because of her, I can do it because I am you, I am me. We all reflections of each other.
Wow,
Boom, boom.
that's powerful.
Amen.
Yes, thank you so much. You gotta check Kat out. She's got I'm gonna provide you with more information about her shows, her your social media
Yes.
pages, so that you can follow. And one thing I want you all to remember about Kat is that, and as you remember, right, the theme of this show
Mhm.
is the power of trying.
Yes.
So when I looked into what you've achieved,
Okay.
I thought of this, the power of trying.
Mm.
If you try, you're gonna be able to achieve. So right, and I think that's what you're doing. And
Mhm.
everyone has to try.
Mhm.
Don't just sit back and say, I'm not gonna be able to do it.
Right.
You gotta try and see what comes out of it, right? And with that, we're gonna transition to the second segment. Hey y'all, welcome back to Inspire Me. I'm here with Kat. second segment, and this is a wonderful show that we're putting together for you. And now for the second segment, Kat, I want you to inspire my people, right? So, yes. My first question,
Okay.
what is your idea of failure?
Not trying.
That's the theme of the show.
Right.
And you exemplify someone
Mhm.
who tries,
Mhm.
right? Okay. So, what is your idea of success?
Trying. No, this.
Trying.
Yeah, but yeah, trying, making the attempt, doing, moving forward. That's my example of feeling of success, because we can stand still, but in order for us to grow, we got to move forward.
Okay. Next question. What is your idea of unhappiness?
Slavery. Mental slavery is living in the unknown, and living living in the unknown is the reason I feel like a lot of us are walking around unhappy.
What is your idea of happiness?
Understanding, because once you understand, then you can accept and embrace and live in that truth.
If you have the opportunity to change one thing in New York, what would you change?
Oh, in New York, martial law.
Okay.
I don't remember personally the days when the police and the community got along, but I hear stories. And wouldn't it be nice if that was going on today? Wouldn't it be nice if we lived in a community and not in a police state? And New York is a police state.
So if you had the opportunity to change one thing in the world, what would you change?
One thing in the world. Education. History is such a beautiful thing, good and bad. And I think if we just tell history the way that it is, and not sugarcoat it, not falsify it, not taint it, just tell it.
Okay.
Just be true griots and just tell what it is.
Okay.
I think we as a nation, as a people, as a society, will be a lot freer.
Okay.
Yeah, so that would be something I would change, education.
Education. Actually, to the viewers, my next video will be about the power of education. So,
Nice
thank you for
segue.
saying that. Yeah, nice segue. And truly, thank you very much
Oh my
for
goodness.
coming to the show.
Thank you.
And I hope that you will be doing amazing
Amen.
things and inspiring people around the world,
Amen.
so that they will try
Yes, sir.
and not just give up.
Amen. No.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you.